I need your arms around me. I need to feel your touch.
Oh yeah, what's cracking, everybody? Good morning. Today is Friday, thank God. Friday, December 6, 2024. This is episode 766, I believe, of Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Brief podcast. I am your host, Dr. Gerald Auger, and over the next hour or so, me, you, the Kool-Aid man, bursting through the wall, Jose Alfredo, Eric Taylor with his patience, haircut, fish, B-Sec behind the glass, the entire community doing Advent of Siler, Tyler Ramsby from the future, Marlon Johnson, Bruce Sofa, Marcus Kyler, and the Yeet crew. Sophia from the Lanai. Guys, we're all going to be shredding the top cybersecurity news stories of the day, and I'll be giving my expert opinion and analysis on each of those stories on what it means to you as a practitioner. So how can you use this information to drive cyber risk reduction for your business stakeholders like an absolute boss? And on top of that, the networking. Hello, say good morning, hashtag Team SC. The networking's phenomenal. We are a community, and we're bringing the heat here every single morning. Just want to let you know I had to run to my son's school to drop off something he forgot, hence why we started 27 seconds late. Please grant me some grace, y'all. Guys, if you're new to the industry looking to break in, let me holler at you and let you know that the Daily Cyber Threat Brief is a phenomenal resource for you. It's not for practitioners only. It's also for people looking to explore cybersecurity, understand the pitfalls. Should I get this certification? Are we not live right now? Are we not live? Let me know. Holler at me in chat, because I'm getting indications from mod chat that we're not live, and that is something that's actually confusing the crap out of me right now. So let me know if we're live, please. But if we are, I'm assuming that we are. Let us know in chat, guys. Good morning. It says we're live. I know it says we're live, but I'm confused. All right, hold on. Let's engage mod chat. Hello. We look live. Okay, thanks. Hey, mods, please do not say that we're not live. Okay, guys, I've been derailed. Here we go. I'm coming at you right now. Guys, I want you to know every single episode, I do not prep or research for any of these shows. In fact, sometimes I have to come in hot because of personal things, but we are delivering at 766 days in a row. You feel me? Come at me, bro. So before we get into it, I do want to say, hold on. FedEx says, would have thought it was an audio issue. There we go. All right. Hey, check it out, guys. I want to say shout out and love to the stream sponsors, those who enable me to bring the heat to you every single morning. Thank you to Barricade Cyber Solutions. Guys, listen, Barricade Cyber Solutions is dedicated to helping businesses recover from cyber attacks and the damage done from them. Right? Recovering from that damage, cyber attacks can cause massive issues for businesses and send dedicated, hardworking business owners into turmoil. But guess what, y'all? Barricade Cyber Solutions knows how to mitigate the damage done by cyber incidents. Check them out at barricadecyber.com. Links in the description below. Also want to say shout out and love to Delete Me. Thank you, Delete Me, for your continued support. Much like Barricade Cyber, Delete Me's been here for a hot minute. Let's get 30 seconds from them while I get sorted out behind the glass. As a person that exists publicly, especially since I share my opinions and hot takes daily, I'm hyper aware of my safety and security, and it's even easier to find personal information about people online these days. All the data is just hanging out there on the internet, and it can have real life consequences. But I recently found a solution, and this service is called Delete Me. Delete Me is a subscription service that removes your personal info from the largest people search databases on the web, and in the process helps prevent ID theft, doxing, phishing scams, stuff like that. And when you sign up, you tell Delete Me what data you want deleted, and they go off and do it. The cool thing is you get a personalized privacy report every month that shows what they deleted, where they found it, etc. It's pretty cool. For me personally, it's like outsourcing your online privacy, which honestly, I don't have time to do that myself or do it well. So for them to handle it is awesome. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me now at the special discount for Simply Cyber listeners. The only way to get 20% off is to go to joindeleteme.com/simplycyber and enter code simplycyber at checkout. That's joindeleteme.com/simplycyber. Holla. Thank you, Delete Me. Guys, what's cracking? We are absolutely going to slay it today. I want everyone to know that today is Friday, which means it's Grayson's Joke of the Week, presented by one James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet. Every single Friday, James drums up some rib tickler dad jokes. And it is the holiday season, so I suspect that our jokes are going to be holiday related. So stay tuned for that. As always, I think is today. Hold on one second. Oh, okay. So actually, check this out. Today is the first Friday of the month. I didn't set this up because obviously we are. Hold on. I should not log into this on stream. Not a good look. If you guys want to play bingo, we can do bingo. We're also going to be doing the Friday AMA. So if you're interested in getting your answers for questions you have about industry from seasoned industry pros, today at 1 o'clock, we do it every first Friday of the month at the Simply Cyber community Discord server. And it's really good. We don't stream it. We don't record it. It's very intimate. So if you're a little shy, maybe introverted, and you want to get your questions answered in kind of a safe, inclusive space, that's where it's at. Give me a second. I'm going to reset all these cards. I think Code Brew won last month. Code Brew, is that accurate? See Michelle Murphy in here. How do I delete all these cards? Give me a second. We will be... There we go. Delete all cards. Yes, confirm. Yes, I understand. I can't reset that. Okay, here we go. Here we go, y'all. All right. So this is the bingo. If you guys didn't know, if you're new to Simply Cyber or whatever, every single first Friday, we do some fun stuff, little inside jokes, give you the insights into the inside jokes. I'm going to go ahead and drop this. DJ BSEC, if you can confirm, please confirm this link. I dropped it in mod chat. I think the hashtag has to be taken out and replaced with a slash. Nope. I think a slash just has to be added. All right, check it out. There it is. Okay, so I'm going to drop this in chat. If everybody wants to play along, you're more than welcome to play. It's all about good times. Get your bingo card here. Doink, doink, doink. All right, y'all. And let's see. Pin message. Yep, I see DJ B-Sex already got his card in there. In fact, we can actually see live people's cards start loading up. So go ahead, drop that link in there. We're on about a 15-second delay. During that 15 seconds, let's just crash into Antisyphon Training. Yet another wonderful stream sponsor. Thank you, Antisyphon Training. Let's do 30 seconds while everybody queues up their bingo card for the day. Where's my Antisyphon? There it is. Do you want cutting-edge, high-quality cybersecurity education, regardless of financial position? Check this out. I want to give some love and some praise to Antisyphon Training, powered by Black Hills Information Security. Antisyphon Training is absolutely disrupting the traditional cybersecurity training industry by providing high-quality, cutting-edge education to everyone, regardless of financial position. They bring industry professionals with years and years of experience into the classroom to teach you and anyone else who's interested practical skills that are in demand in the market today. And on top of that, the student experience is amazing, as you and hundreds or thousands in some instances of other students are actively engaging, networking, sharing tips, tricks, and experiences with each other, all live in the classroom. Go to antisyphontraining.com, check out their course calendar to see what courses they have coming up. All right, yes, so thank you. We did do 3 ads this morning, first in the beginning, so people could queue up. Plus, it'll make the mid-roll a little bit smoother. You can see here, the community is dunking in here, and we've got all the cards loading up. So, hey, as I say the things, or you hear the sound effects, go ahead and complete your bingo card. No false flags, y'all. Legit calls only. Let's go. Do me a favor, sit back, relax, and let's let the cool sounds of the hot news wash over us all in an awesome wave. I'll see you guys at the mid-roll.
From the CISO series, it's Cybersecurity Headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Friday, December 6, 2024. I'm Rich Straffolino.
Rich Straffolino.
Feds find cyber criminal tools used by sextortion group. According to a joint intelligence note from the Joint Regional Intelligence Center and the Central California Intelligence Center, seen by Cyberscoop, the child sextortion group 764 uses traditional cybercrime techniques in its operation, including SIM swapping, social engineering, and IP grabbing. Much of this comes from a Telegram channel operated by the group 6996, which associates with a wider collective called the Com. This documentation offers resources and tools for committing fraud, grooming minors for self-harm, and forming a cult. Further FBI notes seen by Cyberscoop show Group 764 operates a fake Telegram channel that offers suicide prevention support, but ultimately is used to dox and extort victims.
Okay. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? This is ridiculous, okay? Nice, Brent B with a screenshot. Okay, so just listen, I hate that like this week the Gen Zs are introducing me kind of the seedy underbelly of the interwebs and the degenerate stuff. This is in that vein. So really quickly, just because I like to give education to practitioners, sometimes it's just reinforcing and verifying what you already know. Sometimes it's introducing a new topic or concept to you, especially if you're looking to break in. Also, by the way, if you're here for the first time, if this is your first episode, sorry, this story is your first story of your first episode, but do drop a hashtag first timer in chat. We love to welcome our first timers. So sextortion is a very specific type of cybercrime where a threat actor claims to have sexually explicit, compromising media of the victim. Now, sometimes it's just a bluff, like, oh, I have nudes of you, and send me money, or else I'll disclose it to your church, your friends, your family, your loved one. Everybody's going to get it in their inbox on Christmas morning, kind of thing. And then the victim feels like, oh my God, I got to do it. Now, sometimes they actually do have that content, right? Because they did break into your computer and they did find that media. Either way, that's the crime, and they're leveraging that. And just to make it even more despicable, sometimes they don't have actually any compromising photos, and they say, send me compromising photos or else I'll disclose what I have now. And people will send them the photos, and now they actually do have it. So it really is a mental trip. Now, in this instance, it sounds like they said it as sextortion, but honestly, it sounds like children are the focus group here, and children who are mentally unhealthy or emotionally unhealthy that are suicide prone. And these scumbags are setting up fake Telegram channels for suicide prevention, kind of welcoming them in, a wolf in sheep's clothing, and then exploiting them to groom them for self-harm, which is disgusting, to groom them to be taken into a cult, which is disgusting. And I don't even understand what is the motivation here. Now people are this story, I want to swear so bad on this story, okay? Just leave the children alone. There's a lot of F-bombs that want to come out, y'all. Now they're saying that they use cybercrime techniques typically used for financially motivated cybercrimes. I'm here to tell you, it doesn't necessarily need to be financially motivated. SIM swapping, IP grabbing, and social engineering are not reserved for financial motivated cybercrime. No one's looking at the MITRE ATT&CK framework and being like, oh, look, they're using social engineering. They're using phishing. That must be a financial cybercrime. No, these are, standard, I guess, the SIM swapping, but typically that's so you can get multi-factor text messages and then or call from a phone number, but you can friggin' spoof a phone number, so you don't even need to do a SIM swap. Anyways, they're committing violent crimes. Again, I point this out because I don't want to call it fake news, but it's annoying to me for people who are not, in the industry or looking to get in the industry, and they see this thing that says financially motivated cybercrime tactics, social engineering. They're like, oh, you see social engineering later and you're like, oh, it must be a financial crime. And they're like, no, that's not it. So, victims as young as 10. Dude, I typically try to like put good out into the world and be optimistic. And I've been called a Boy Scout and stuff. But like this group, I hope there's a task force put together, and I hope they crash down on these suckers hard and fast, and I hope that they get put away for a very long time. I do know, or at least I've heard. I've never been into jail, like obviously, but I've never been to jail. But I have heard, or at least it's a myth I believe in, that people who hurt children, when they go to jail, the system kind of self-polices itself, and those individuals they receive justice in a way that is probably a bit more aligned with what my inner monologue would like to do. Okay? Guys, talk like, okay, so like, let's get real. I'm a father, of children. Talk to your kids, man. Be involved. Be mindful. Be present. There's scumbags. There's horrible, horrible people out there who are trying to manipulate and compromise young people. And I love my children. Okay, I love my children, but I'm also practical. They do some really smart things. My oldest son is in, gifted program type classes, like honors classes and stuff. He's still a child. He still hasn't fully developed his brain. He's still susceptible to, it's too good to be true scams, right? He sends me these things. Dad, look at this. I can get a side job doing an admin assistant thing. They said that it's cool that I'm in, 7th grade, like it's no big deal. And it's like, no, like this is, what are they going to pay you in Fortnite V-Bucks? Like you're too young to even hold a job. Like this is a scam. But kids want to believe because they don't understand the full scope of all this stuff. So please, I'm begging you, be involved. Even if you're like someone's aunt or uncle or, friend of the family or whatever, like watch out for the kids. They're just, I don't want to call them stupid. They're not stupid. They're not exposed to this, especially if you come from like a good, safe home type thing where they haven't been exposed to all the gnarly, nasty bullshit. Sorry, all the nasty, gnarly stuff that is out there. God damn it, these people. Oh, I mean, we have to talk about it, right? You can't just pretend it doesn't exist, but god damn, what a terrible, terrible. Ugh.
Russian hackers hack hackers. In No Honor Among Thieves news, a new report from Lumen's Black Lotus Labs details how the Russian cyber espionage group Turla used the infrastructure of the Pakistani-linked group Storm 0156 to launch their own attacks. Researchers have been observing operations by Storm 0156, finding a C2 server on an Indian government network. This server began interacting with 3 IP addresses known to be linked to Turla. Further research shows Turla used the Pakistani group's infrastructure since 2022, using the servers to launch various backdoors and other malware. Eventually, Turla got more ambitious, moving laterally into Storm 0156's network and gaining direct access to their data and tooling. Researchers at Microsoft contributed to the report said Turla used this access to target Afghan government agencies. This isn't a new tactic for Turla. Back in 2019, the NSA put out an advisory that it hijacked infrastructure by the Iran-backed group Oil Rig to carry out attacks.
There you go. I mean, this is pretty nuts. I mean, so normally hackers, or cyber threat actors, whatever you want to call them, advanced sophisticated threat actors, typically they attack government or business and stuff like that just because there's valuable information, there's valuable resources there, financials, crypto bros, maybe getting that Hawk Tuah coin, right? Have you seen that hot mess? I tell you what, the Gen Z has polluted me. I'm now like staying current on current stuff. You find out about Juice World and all of a sudden you're plugged into everything. So this is interesting because now they're actually going after infrastructure and basically operational setup of other countries' cyber infrastructure for cyber operations. So like here really quickly, just pretend the NSA goes after wherever, and they set up persistence. We've been talking about Volt Typhoon setting up persistence mechanisms in all sorts of critical infrastructure. Now imagine if another country got in there and took it over or ran in parallel. It's not uncommon for threat actors and pen testers. And if you're a pen tester and you've seen this, let us know in chat. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's not uncommon, where you pop into a box or you attack, a client, right, under a pen test engagement, and you actually discover there's another threat actor in there. Okay, that does happen. Usually the threat actors are, they're advanced IT people, they're advanced cyber people. So it's very difficult to hide from them because they are actually informed and educated on what C2 looks like and persistence mechanisms and, there's all different types of persistence mechanisms, but like scheduled tasks and using DNS or C2 and stuff like that. Like they see it. So I would say it's much more challenging because in this instance, the Pakistanis, they're hackers, but they should be more attuned to seeing this, yet Russia's able to successfully do that. Once you compromise that infrastructure, and this is where it makes it really, really interesting, is that you get access to their entire operation, right? So think about this. Right now, if you were to take over Volt Typhoon's operation and run in parallel, you don't have to go infect 300 different assets. Or if you took over the SolarWinds thing that Russia did a couple years ago, or you got in and ran parallel, well, basically Russia has already done all the work for you as far as penetrating into hundreds and hundreds of Fortune 500 companies. So it's very much like high risk, high reward. And I want to point out that if in this instance, the Pakistanis discover Russia's infected or got into their infrastructure, all Pakistan can do is kick them out. It's not like you're going to go to the authorities and be like, hey, we're committing a clandestine operation to attack another country, and a different country got into our stuff and took over our stuff. It's my infrastructure, and I want justice now. Little J.G. Wentworth action. That's not going to happen. So, basically, you don't see this very often. It's wild, high risk, high reward. Russia's pretty good at usually disinformation, but they do have a penchant for espionage. Pakistan's got some action as far as like a cyber capability. You don't hear too much about them. Iran's coming up. You do hear about Pakistan, but not that often. India also you don't hear too much about, but they've got a capability as well.
Amazon's post-quantum migration plan. AWS published a blog post with an overview of how it will roll out support for post-quantum cryptography, or PQC. Some features will be enabled by default for all customers, while others will be up to customers to activate. The company won't re-encrypt data at rest already encrypted using 256-bit symmetric cryptography, but its first PQC rollout will be with negotiating shared symmetric keys with public endpoints. It will also add PQC mitigations when offering the ability to create key pairs that will act as a root of trust. AWS has also deployed PQC to its open source AWS LC cryptographic library, which it uses in its TLS implementation. The blog post also contains recommendations for organizations starting their own PQC migration, so look for the details in our show notes.
All right, I will not spend much time on this. This is cyber adjacent. So listen, NIST has been working on a post-quantum or quantum computing resistance algorithm. They've been working on a quantum computing algorithm for encryption. This is national security stuff. I do heart NIST, of course. There's a squad emote there. I do heart NIST, but AWS trying to basically keep in pace with developments has a post-quantum computing crypto migration plan. What I would say here is, for the most of us, this isn't really going to be relevant, okay? But if you think about how much money the U.S. federal government spends on Fed Cloud, or Gov Cloud, I think they call it Gov Cloud, AWS is very, very financially motivated to make sure that they have this. Straight cash, homie. What I would say is, honestly, I'm gonna speculate right here, okay? I'll bet money. I'll put $10 down right now. Microsoft releases a post-quantum cryptography migration plan, and it might be called something slightly different, but Microsoft is going to release something very similar in the next 3 months. Okay? There's no way, because listen, the United States government, especially the DoD, is going to be on the bleeding edge of encryption because of national security issues. If they're putting if they're putting a ton of data up in GovCloud, which is half AWS, half Microsoft, and Microsoft is unable to meet the, basically evolving encryption requirements that the DoD is requiring, but AWS has it, well, guess what, baby? Slide over, AWS. I'm coming in, right? So that's what's up here. That's why I strongly believe Microsoft will respond basically with their own plan here, just to go tit for tat here. If you guys want to talk about Hawk-Tuah coins during Jawjack, and we certainly can. I know more about it than I want to.
Chinese group linked to another long-term intrusion. Researchers at Symantec report that a Chinese-linked threat actor carried out a long-term attack against an unnamed U.S. organization, operating since at least April 11, 2024, likely a lot longer. The attacks used a DLL sideloading attack, showing similarities to the larger Crimson Palace espionage campaign Sophos discovered back in September. The threat actors used their access for credential theft and targeted access around Exchange servers. While we don't know the name of the victim, researchers said it previously suffered an attack linked back to the Chinese-based group Daggerfly in 2023.
Sorry, let me look at this really quickly. I was getting involved in a conversation about whether or not Mike Tyson threw that fight. Researchers uncover 4-month cyber attack on U.S. firm linked to Chinese hackers. Okay. Welcome to Friday. Okay. Chinese threat actor targets U.S. org, 4-month-long intrusion. I will say this is interesting. I don't know how long they've known, but typically it used to be listen, guys, back in 2014. Hey, gather around, everybody. I've got a campfire story. Back in 2014, 2013, dude, you could have intrusions that would go 300, 500 days before discovery. Obviously, ransomware has skewed those metrics quite substantially, but we've gotten much better in the last 10 years with detection. We know it's not, it's more about the full information security picture, not just about protection mechanisms. A lot of detection now. So 4 months is actually kind of long. I feel like this is an anomaly nowadays versus what it used to be. Let's see. Broadcom Symantec found malicious activity in April. All right. So they move laterally across the org's network, compromising multiple computers. Standard cyber kill chain activity here. No big deal. So Exchange servers were targeted. Listen, if you can do it, I get it if you can't. But if you're running Exchange on-prem, if your Microsoft Exchange server is in your own local infrastructure, you may want to consider your 2025, resolutions, New Year's Eve resolution this year. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get off Exchange online. I'm going to get off Exchange on-prem. You need to go to Exchange Online Protection or figure out something, because Exchange servers are dumpster fires. Hold on, I got to get my screensaver up. We got to get that synthwave action going. Okay, let's see. Okay, so let's see here. They're doing DLL side loading. Okay. You can find these all inside the MITRE ATT&CK framework, by the way. DLL side loading is basically where you have as far as I know, you have a malicious DLL and you get it on the box itself. So then when a executable reaches out to the DLL, it pulls the malicious one, not the legitimate one. And there you go. As Steve McMichael would say, Bob's your uncle. All right, guys, the story here is basic, cyber kill chain done by sophisticated threat actors. It is what it is, guys. Thank you, James McQuiggan, for the super chat. Catching up from top of the show. Is it live or is it Memorex? If you know, you know. That's right. James McQuiggan giving the old Gen X message here. James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet and gifted subs. Thank you very much, James McQuiggan. Love it, love it, love it. All right. Looks like we don't have the pop-up there. We'll have to figure that out. James McQuiggan gifted. All right. We'll have to, DJ BSEC, we'll have to look behind the glass on that. Thank you very much. If you are one of the new people who are picking it up, like Poner Joe, DL, etc., go into the squad tray and grab up those emotes. Let's take a look at the, we'll do the bingo card at mid-roll. Guys, if you're interested, I'm going to drop a link to this in chat. Hey, listen, if you're new to the industry or you're, like maybe you've just worked in one dimension of the industry, like you're just not just a SOC analyst, but like you're a SOC analyst or whatever. To me, this right here is a nice little story of the cyber kill chain. Sometimes it's a hot mess express. Sometimes it's actually packaged together nicely. This one, they use phishing. It looks like social engineering to get in, compromise Exchange servers. Maybe that's the initial attack vector. Then they get in, they move laterally. They deploy, DLL side loading in order to compromise boxes. If I had to guess, there's some type of persistence mechanism in here. Let me look for the word persistence. There we go. The name of the org was impacted by the persistent attack campaign. So that's not persistence mechanism, but if I had to guess, there's definitely some type of persistence in here that allows them to stay. So to me, this just looks like a nice, comprehensive cyber kill chain attack. Let's keep going.
And now, thanks to today's episode sponsor, Vanta. As third-party breaches continue to rise, companies are increasingly vigilant, which means more time spent on manual security reviews. With Vanta questionnaire automation, security and compliance teams can complete security reviews up to 5 times faster, giving you time back to focus on running your security and compliance programs. Over 8,000 global companies like ZoomInfo, Smart Recruiters, and Noibu use Vanta to save time on security reviews. Visit Vanta.com to learn more about questionnaire automation. That's VANTA.com.
All right. Guess what we do at the mid-roll? Hey, do we have any first-timers here? I don't know. I didn't see any first-timers, but I also wasn't looking wicked hard. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, y'all. I hope to heck you are having a wonderful week. Whether you're just putting in the 40 or you're putting in 75, I'm so happy, so glad that you've made time for Simply Cyber's Daily Cyber Threat Brief and for the community. If you're getting value from the stream, Sharon Moore, if you're looking for a group to join for aspiring GRC analysts or auditors, may I suggest Study GRC or, I don't know, the Simply Cyber community. You're here right now. Give it up. Give it up. Guys, hey, hit that like button if you're getting value on YouTube. It gives other people, it basically triggers the algorithm and helps other people discover the channel. All right. Be Clear says, first time on my account. Be Clear, welcome to the party, pal. All right. All right, guys. Hey, every single day of the week, we've already done the sponsor reads, so we don't need to do those again. Every single day of the week. Hold on. Jonathan Rogers, first time. Jonathan Rogers, welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the party, pal. Are we getting the pop-up when we do that? Yes, we are. All right, cool. Welcome to the party. Love it, love it, love it. Hey, and thank you, Space Tacos. Yes, Rich464. Guys, during the jaw jacking, if you guys want to talk Tyson, if you want to talk Hawk Tua, we can do that. We're going to answer cyber questions as well. Hey, listen, every single day of the week has a special segment, and my friend James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet is in chat right now, and he provides us with the joke of the week, okay? He's been doing it for years, ever since he took over for Grayson. So I want to share these with you, okay? Now, we're getting ready for Christmas, so let's start December off with some snowy and ho-ho type of jokes. All right, here we go, y'all. Why was the E the only letter that got a Christmas present? Why was E the only letter to get a Christmas present? Because all the other letters were not E. Because all the other letters were not E? No, Jesus Christ. Took me a second to get that one. So, hey, the letter E was the only one to get a Christmas present because all the other letters were not E. Naughty, 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 naughty. Oh, my God. If you ever watch Doc McStuffins, I know this is a bit of a deep cut, but Doc McStuffins and then the king, naughty, naughty, naughty. All right, what else we got, James McQuiggan? Why was Santa Claus afraid of chimneys? Why was Santa Claus afraid of chimneys? Brent Book, why was Santa Claus afraid of chimneys? I got to tell you guys, it's because he was claustrophobic. Claustrophobic. Oh, oh, get your rib ticklers going here. All right, James wants you to know, what do you call little snowman? What do you call little snowman? You call them children. Children. All right. If you hurt yourself, if your eyes rolled back so far that you hurt yourself, send your lawsuits to James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet. Also, if you enjoyed those jokes, do thank James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet. He's in chat right now. I do want to say thank you, James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet. How are we doing on the bingo, y'all? Let us know on the bingo, and also Alpha Sierra. We're about to get our la 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 la's going. La 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 la's. Ready, everybody? Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, let's finish strong and get into the jaw jack, and it's going to be a good time today. Here we go.
Cisco switches hit with bootloader vulnerability. The flaw impacts over 100 device models across Cisco's MDS, Nexus, and UCS fabric interconnect lines, allowing an attacker to bypass the bootloader verification process and load software. The flaw doesn't require any authentication, but does require physical access to the switches. Cisco released several NX-OS updates to patch the flaws and will roll out the updates to all devices by the end of the month, excluding one discontinued Nexus model. It did caution that no mitigations for this flaw will be available other than preventing physical access to the switches.
All right. Maybe? I don't know. We could do one really quickly. Hey, so listen really quick. Bootloader vulnerability, 100 Cisco switches. First of all, obviously, you got to patch it. Do we have got to patch it in here? I do not have you got to patch it. I'll do it manually. You got to patch it. So this will affect the NX OS, which is 100 different styles. Guys, there's no reason to lose your mind on this one. Do you need to correct it? Yes. Is it high impact? This is one of those perfect examples where it's high impact but low likelihood. First of all, you need physical access to the box, okay? Console access. Right there, all your physical security controls are in play. Now, say your physical security controls are shit. Geez, I'm sorry. Wow. I can't believe I just said that. Imagine all your physical security controls are trash, okay? A threat actor would still have to get in there and like basically console in and then boot the machine. All they're going to be able to do is bypass image signature verification, which is basically verifying that the software that the switch or the network device is running is truly verified as appropriate. So they can bypass that. They would still need to have some type of malicious or custom image or software to run after that fact. So yes, this is, in my opinion, this is like nation state, sophisticated threat actor issue. If you're running, say you're US military, you're in a forward operating base in a hot zone where the adversary does have advanced cyber capabilities. And again, I don't know why your physical security would suck at that point, but let's just pretend that's kind of the attack vector and the threat model that you would need to worry about. If you are a dermatology business that has 18 locations in the Southeast region and you're running these switches in a couple of your locations, no one's coming for you, right? You don't have to hide your wife, hide your kids. Your Cisco switches will be fine. Just update them in alignment with your normal patch management strategy. This is not great, but definitely don't freak out about this one, okay? Just from a likelihood perspective.
WeChat bug used to target Uyghurs. Researchers at Trend Micro discovered a Chinese-linked threat group called Earth Minotaur that uses the Moonshine exploit kit on WeChat and Chromium-based browsers to install the Dark Nimbus backdoor on Android and Windows devices. Researchers described Dark Nimbus as a comprehensive Android surveillance tool. The attackers used messaging lures tied to government announcements with embedded malicious links to get Moonshine on devices, disguising themselves as different characters on chats to increase the success of their social engineering attacks. Based on the lures used in the messages, these attacks target Tibetan and Uyghur ethnic minorities in China.
All right, so a couple things, not a political show, all right, but I do have some thoughts about this because it really just crushes my soul. What's happening? The genocide is going on in Northwest China. It doesn't get out too much, but so there's a WeChat bug. Again, WeChat is a messaging app. A lot of people are using these messaging apps for communication. Ideally, if you are in a authoritative regime, then your phone calls are, listened in on. They can identify who you are. So the FedEx with the gifted subs. Thank you, FedEx.
Did we just become best friends?
So WeChat happens to be the one that they use. Now, obviously, the bug itself allows exploitation. Once you exploit it, then you can do what you want on the box. In this case, install additional software like a backdoor. It's called Dark Nimbus. It doesn't matter what it's called. It's a backdoor which allows whoever the controller is of it, in this instance, the Chinese state-sponsored APT, to come and go into that device as they see fit. They're targeting the Uyghur population and Tibetans. Basically, you could throw Taiwanese people in here too if you want. I'm sure they're getting hit and it's just not reported. It goes into Android devices, Windows devices. You guys remember Windows Phone? LOL. Victim of poor marketing, not poor technology. Let's see. It can steal data, monitor device activity, etc. So here's the deal. I mean, unfortunately, this is not a story that we as practitioners really need to do much about. We can learn from it as a lessons learned that, you want to, at least in your environments, if you have BYOD, well, then you're screwed. You're not going to be able to do much about that. But if you are issuing phones and computers to your workforce, which honestly, a lot of times the computers are issued, you need to control that. You need to manage the attack surface, which means what apps are being installed. Maybe you allow your workforce to use WeChat, okay? But if you don't allow your workforce to use WeChat, but your workforce has WeChat installed on their phones, it is susceptible to this exploit. You see what I'm saying? This is why you want to, hold on, let me go bigger. This is why you want to manage what apps are installed. And you personally, if you're running a device and you have apps that you're not using, uninstall them. You're literally just introducing attack surface for the sake of being lazy and not having it there. And guys, I'm not going to stand on my ivory tower and point fingers. I have apps on my phone that I should uninstall and I don't. But I do want to say shout out to Apple, because I'm an Apple iPhone user. It's not, they don't uninstall the apps because of security reasons. They do it for storage management, but on Apple iPhones, if you don't use an app for like 30 days or something like that, I don't even know if it's configurable, but the apps uninstall on my phone. So like literally just by lack of use, the apps automatically get installed, which I'm all about. Thank you. Sign me up for the automation train all day, every day. Derek McDonald, first time in chat, long time lurker. What's going on, people? Happy Friday. Interviewing for AWS Engineering Ops Tech on Monday. Couldn't be more excited. First of all, Derek McDonald, thanks for stepping into the light.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Second of all, got the interview. Let's go. I hope you bring back great news for us, Derek McDonald. Be wonderful to sharing that excitement with you. The one thing I do want to talk about again, I'm not political or anything like this, but like I do want to say I find it very interesting the resiliency of the Uyghur population. China's been doing massively terrible things in Northwest China to this minority population for years. Like just the sheer volume and the magnitude of the oppression makes me just stunned that the Uyghurs honestly still exist. Like the level of eradication and cultural eradication that's going on up there, re-education camps, taking kids away from their families and having soldiers stay in your home. These type of things it's outrageous. But anyways, the story here is about attack surface and software. So threat modeling, be mindful. Again, we are probably not going to be targeted with this Earth Minotaur. So what we can do as practitioners is just extract the lessons learned at a objective level.
Russians put spyware on detainee phone. Russian programmer Kirill Peryubets spent 2 weeks in government custody. Soon after his release, he noticed unusual activity, including atypical notifications. After contacting a Russian legal assistance group, Citizen Lab analyzed the device and found authorities loaded the Trojanized application Cube Call Recorder on his phone while in custody. Code samples show similarities to the Monocle spyware Lookout Mobile Security documented back in 2019. The app can access location data, read and send SMS messages, record the screen, and answer phone calls. Peryubets said authorities pressured him into becoming an informant on Ukrainian aid activity and physically beat him while in custody.
Yeah. It's surprising how effective physical harm is at modifying people's behavior. Hey, we want you to... Oh, hey, by the way, really quick, thank you, Eric Taylor. If you would like to have your iPhone automatically remove unused applications the way that mine is, you can go to Settings, App Store, Offload Unused Apps. Settings, App Store, Offload Unused Apps. All right, guys, this is hold on, what is this? This should be like whatever, dude. Russia. This could be anyone. Russia, USA. Hold on 1 second. Got to get my synthwave wallpaper on, guys. Hey, they arrest somebody. We want you to be an informant. No, I won't turn. I'm no snitch, baby. Okay. We're going to beat the living hell out of you until you change your mind. It's as simple as that. Guys, watch any action movie. Any action movie. Whenever they interrogate, not the main star, but like an adjacent star or an adjacent, like somebody who's wearing the red Star Trek shirt, that person's going to get beat down until they agree to comply. That's what's happening here. Honestly, I'm surprised Russia even gave the guy the option. They put spyware on his phone. When they get you in custody, listen, if you have like facial recognition to unlock your phone, all they have to do is detain you and then hold the phone up to your face, unlocked. Then they can install whatever apps they want, including, their own spyware. Done, right? There's a lot of ways to do this, right? You could beat the crap out of the individual. You could bring in someone they care about and then beat the crap out of that person. That way you feel compelled to make the pain stop for the person who's not involved. All sorts of things. This is just a tactic in order to uncover basically cells or individuals who are involved in operations that are adversarial to you. Again, this isn't, the stories today are like, they're cyber-y, but none of these stories are really great at helping us as practitioners drive cyber risk reduction for our business stakeholders. What I would say is, spyware exists. You can install it. Sometimes it's like Pegasus spyware and you don't know and it just gets in there. Sometimes it's just straight up loaded. This is, honestly, this right here is not really, this isn't really sophisticated. They didn't exploit anything. They exploited the fact that someone doesn't like to get the crap beat out of them. That's what they exploited here. They installed malware on a phone, right? It's simple as that. Like I installed essentially like parental control software on my kid's iPhone. Hey, you want an iPhone? No problem. I'm going to install this software on it that shows me who you're talking to. I can turn your phone on and off. I can see where you are, right? That is spyware. Right now, I could look on my phone and see exactly where my kid is, right? Right now, I could go on my phone and see who he's talking to. That's spyware. It's legit, but I installed it. I didn't have to 0-day my kid's iPhone because I had physical access and all the permissions I needed. That's what Russia's doing here. This is not like, this is cyber as much as like buying a muffin out of a vending machine is cooking, right? I mean, whatever.
Gen AI boosting financial fraud. A new alert from the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center details how threat actors are using generative AI tools for fraud on a larger scale and with more believability. This includes using tools like ChatGPT to assist with language translation for romance and investment scams, enabling faster and more elaborate lures. Image generation tools allow for believable social media profile photos and other supporting evidence used in financial fraud schemes. And deepfakes are seeing increased usage, either for short audio-only voice clips, bypassing visual verification checks, or just on video calls. Not surprisingly, the FBI recommended creating a secret word or phrase to verify your identity with friends and family.
All right. So, I guess the FBI is just reinforcing what we already all know. Again, like sometimes I forget, guys, like I don't know if I just like live in a bubble and like people are unaware of this, but like in Singapore or South Korea 6 months ago, Gen AI and deepfake technology was used to steal $25 million. This is not breaking news. This is what's up. You know what threat actors like? Money.
Straight cash, homie.
Why wouldn't you use Gen AI? You can use it to create phishing emails. You can use it to create fakes, fake personas, sock puppets. Dude, what's up, Wade Wells? Good morning. Dude, you could, you could seed a Twitter account or a Blue Sky account, depending on which side of the aisle you're on, apparently now. But like, dude, hey, create me 300 tweets that would make sense for this persona to have. And then you just drop it in a script and have it post once a day at a random time, or 2 or 3 a day for a random time, and come back like 2 weeks later. And, oh, look, you've got a more legitimate looking account. Someone goes and does a little OPSEC on you and they're like, oh, hey, like this account's been posting. It's legit, right? So thank you, FBI. If the IC3 is reporting on this, that means, and if you guys didn't know, IC3 is the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center. Basically, if you get got, you can contact them and let them know. They collect metrics and stuff like that. So if IC3 is reporting it, that would indicate to me that a lot of people are getting screwed and reporting it to the FBI. Impersonating individuals' voices and video. This is exactly what happened in South Korea or Singapore, whichever one. Somebody fact check me on that. It was definitely $25 million. Guys, there's enough media out there. Go watch, speaking of Deb Wigley, good morning, Deb Wigley. Go watch James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet. Yes, the same James McQuiggan who made those rib-tickling Christmas jokes. Go watch his video from Wild West Hackin' Fest 2024, where he literally did a deep fake individual voice and video of This guy, 2 thumbs and all smiles, Jerry, right? Not that I talk in the third person, but just so people know, this guy, literally, I was speaking with my voice and my face in his talk, and I was not involved. He asked my permission for sure, but it can be done, and it can be done on a shoestring budget. And when you're a threat actor, listen to me. If my plan is to steal money, I'm not dumb. I'm going to invest in it, right? So if I can steal $50,000, what's it matter if I spend $1,000 on, API credits or tokens? Get that high end model from ChatGPT, because I'm going to make my money back, dude. It's a business model. You gotta invest. Got money, make money, right? So how do we defend against this? And this is really one that we should be talking to our business stakeholders about. They say create a secret word or passphrase with your family to verify their identity. This attack, while we're talking about businesses, this attack actually can be perpetrated where you get a phone call and it's Deb Wigley's voice, and she's calling Jason Blanchard, and she's like, Jason, I've been kidnapped, or I accidentally ran over a pedestrian and I'm in jail. I need help. Send money, right? Why wouldn't Jason help Deb out, right? So, or my voice is like, hey, I'm having audio issues and I'm stuck in Thailand. Can you please send some money so I can fly out of here? Whatever it is, okay? Create a secret word or phrase. I do want to make you aware of some of the challenges with this. I tried to create a secret phrase for my family to use to avoid this attack that I'm talking about, because I didn't want to call from my son saying that he's been kidnapped. So the secret phrase that we tried to use, make sure that you're all on board. I'll just let you know, because it's basically been, I don't want to say compromised, but the original secret phrase I wanted to use was meatloaf sandwich. Because, how often is meatloaf sandwich going to come up in a conversation? And my 12-year-old and 9-year-old in a unified front, which is really rare for these two, they locked arms in a unified front, and they're like, Dad, meatloaf sandwich is stupid. I don't want to say it. I'm like, you should never have to say it, right? It's only if we have this emergency situation. And they're like, no, let's re-roll. I don't want to do meatloaf sandwich. And I got really, really frustrated with them. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's meatloaf sandwich. And so we've gone back to the drawing board. But have a phrase, have something. Even if it's more dynamic, the thing is, if it's a high stress situation and you're like, what was your favorite toy when you were 7? Or what's that phrase from Doc McStuffins that the king always used to say, naughty, naughty, naughty? The person can be like, I'm super stressed out. I can't think right now. Just send the money. So you gotta practice it. It's like a fire drill, guys. You remember when you used to do fire drills where everybody would run out and meet in the front of the house? That's what's up. Listen closely to the tone, limit online content of your image. Well, if you're going to make content for the internet so you can personally build a brand, then good luck with that. That's not going to happen. Do not send money, gift cards, or crypto to people you do not know. Again, this is a best practice. Don't send money to people you don't know. But at the same time, hello, the entire point of this attack is that the person is faking that you do know who they are. So this last bullet is kind of like, I don't know, a throwaway best practice. No kidding. Don't send money to people you don't know. That's why they're using Gen AI. Yeah. Hey, Jay Crypto in chat suggests that the secret phase be Dad's really good at Fortnite, because no one would ever say that. LOL. All right, y'all. We got a hell of a show today. Let's keep going.
Do you have your AI security perfectly thought out?
Nope. Holy heck, we just speed run that episode, guys. We are out here crushing it like a bunch of bosses. I hope everybody's doing the bingo and enjoying it. I don't know if we need a specific call out or anything like that. I will do a quick Carl in case someone had Carl on their bingo card. Guys, I want to say thank you all so very much for being here. This was episode 766 of Daily Cyber Threat Brief. I'm your host, Dr. Gerald Dozier. It is Friday, December 6th. We have a good one. we're going to move over to jaw jacking right now. It is Friday, which means we're going to have a panel jaw jacking. I see DJ Bisek behind the glass coming in. I see Eric Taylor in the green room. So we got pretty good. We might actually have some other mods popping in. So we'll see. Guys, thank you so very much. If you're not going to stay for jaw jacking, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Be well. And until next time, y'all, stay secure. Ever wonder what it takes to break into cybersecurity? Join us every weekday for Jawjacking, where industry experts answer your burning questions about the cybersecurity field. Live, unfiltered, and totally free. Let's level up together. It's time for some Jawjacking. All right, we are going to do some Jawjacking. I'm going to move some things around, but I want to introduce the panel and get them in there. I know, Alpha Sierra, we did just do it on time. It felt like a speed run, though, didn't it? All right, guys. So, yeah, Dan Reardon can get on if he would like. Hop on there. Jay Gold, can you share the link with Dan, please? Hold on. It looks like Wading Through Logs wants to get in there. Let's send it here. Sorry, guys. We're getting the panel loaded up here. I'm going to send it to Wade Wells as well. So we're going to have Dan Reardon and Wade Wells, Eric Taylor, and DJ Bisek. Wade, I just dropped it in chat for you. Guys, this is Jawjacking. We're about to have a panel of industry professionals share their thoughts and experiences, ask questions. Have a good day, Deb Wigley. Ask questions and don't be shy. Let me bring them on. First and foremost, we've got DJ Bisek. You've been watching him on Advent of Cyber. Okay, no problem. Here he is, DJ Bisek. Hey, DJ Bisek, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you know him as the Chief Forensics Officer at Barricade Cyber. He's been working his butt off all week. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Taylor.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
There you go. Let's see who else we got. Oh, yeah, Haircut Fish coming in hot with the Black Hills InfoSec merch. What's up, dude?
Nothing too much. How's your day going?
Oh, dude, I'm just streaming. You know what's up. All right, you know him as Kashmir. Ladies and gentlemen, Joseph Cadden. Hey, Joseph.
What's going on? How you doing?
Look at this guy with his streamer setup. Ballin'. All right. And then finally, coming from our left coast, you know him as In and Out Guy, but we call him Wade Wells. Ladies and gentlemen, Wading Through Logs. Hey, Wade.
What's up?
Oh, they're wearing the same shirt.
I know, right? Dan out here.
Did you coordinate?
Like the reverse of each other.
Pretty good.
All right, guys, you know how to play it. Eric, if you do have to step away, I'll just move you off stream. I'm going to figure out a way that I can continue to listen to everybody while I'm doing this, so I might go off air. But we're going to field your questions. If there's certain topics you want to talk about, bring it on. Otherwise, let's keep going. So opening the show, Dan Reardon, we wanted to get you on the stream because you might be busy and unable to join. What's going on in your life, friend?
Starting next week, about halfway through the week, I start my new job as a SOC analyst. So, looking forward to it. Hey,
I was waiting for it.
Out of curiosity, because you mentioned the Hawk Tua coin.
Yep.
Can we get some? Oh my goodness,
Some insights?
No, I don't want any of that.
Okay.
There's a tutorial.
He's probably wanting one of those automated things going Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
No. The meme, I can't even think of his name right now, and I feel terrible. Charles Frenfrock.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's some crypto.
Oh, you want to hear?
Let's hear
his
it.
sounder? Is that what you're asking for? Or
Yeah,
you want
that's what
on like a pop up of him?
Either or, doesn't matter.
Charles has been on.
I know what you're doing, Dan.
He's been on operation. Here we go.
Prompt injecting Jerry.
Here we go.
I'm a crypto evangelist. I love it. Love
Bingo.
it. Love it.
I got bingo. Woo!
Oh, I see what just happened there. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Dan Reardon, our bingo winner today. If you played, thank you very much. Reminder, at 1 p.m. Eastern time, we will be doing a Discord AMA. Yes. So nicely done, Dan, on was the whole reason you wanted to get on this panel
Yes.
today so you could literally
Yes.
ask me directly to do
Yes.
That was it.
that? Dan's like,
I
I'm
had a
leaving now. Thank
suspicion.
you.
I had a suspicion, and then when he said that, I'm like, "This is gonna be a bingo play." And I just I was quiet. I'm like, "This is gonna just fall right into it. It's gonna fall right into it." And yep.
There it is. So really quick, Marcus Kyler wants the Toasty Man from Mortal Kombat added back to the emote tray. We can certainly do that. We do, or I do, occasionally review, like in the perfect GRC fashion, the emotes in the tray to make sure that ones are getting used are in there and ones that are less used are not. Like the Jen Easterly one might go away after January since she's going to be, out of the scene. But yeah, Marcus Kyler, we can certainly. I didn't realize anyone was using that. Roswell UK says pineapple as a pizza topping. Let's go around the horn, starting with Dan, and then moving across and then down to me like a snake. Go ahead, Dan. Pineapple.
Oh yeah. I don't mind it on my pizza. I've had weirder things on pizza. I also like anchovies on my pizza, so
It's pretty good.
I don't get them too often, but I mean, a little fillet on there, it's not bad.
BSEC, where are you standing on pineapple?
No.
All right, hard pass on pineapple. Go ahead, Eric Taylor.
Yeah, I love pineapple. The Hawaiian, the ham pineapple pizzas. Oh, yes.
Okay, all right. Obviously, Wade Wells, left coast. You're probably putting like sushi on your pizza or some other kind of trendy thing.
Man,
love a sushi
that does
pizza.
sound good though. I am actually a no to pine. I don't mind it, but I would rather it not.
Okay, there you go, Joseph. Low country, Joseph.
Yeah, I don't think there's a topping that I don't eat on pizza, but I do like a good Hawaiian pizza.
All right, and I will. Listen, if there's like a bunch of pizzas laid out, I'm not reaching for the pineapple. But if it's only a pineapple pizza in the break room, I'm eating it. I'm not gonna.
Oh, I'm reaching for it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say no, right?
I'm just saying you can have pepperoni and supreme, and you got a good Hawaiian pizza. I'm reaching for that.
Oh, all right. Well, good. We can go in on pizzas then, and we won't have any conflicts.
Dude, I'm fat. I'll just about eat anything that doesn't eat me first.
Okay. Poner Joe says there's a high likely. Oh, by the way, Poner Joe, California based. He might even be in San Diego, but he's definitely in California. Wade, there's a high likelihood I'm getting a job as an IT analyst for a university very soon. What's different about IT at a university versus private organizations? Okay,
Here goes the rest of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
So I've worked at university. Has anyone else worked at higher ed in here?
I have several friends who all work at higher ed, and I've
okay, go ahead, Wade.
I've never heard good things. That's
Yeah,
just about it.
That's what I was going to say.
When I was a security analyst for a managed security provider, one of the times we were talking about like common infection vectors because banks all the time will go to colleges to try to get kids to sign up. And the bank that I was talking to about that, I was telling them like, yeah, threat actors usually will launch from a college because they're easier to hack and they're easier proxy. And they're like, yeah, we actually just got attacked by a college and they successfully got on the network. But
Yeah, do we all want to talk about why? Because anytime you want to do an upgrade, it's a whole political legal nightmare just for a request for quotes and then the vetting process. Like private industry, like, hey, we really need to upgrade our Palo Alto, our FortiGate, or we really need to get rid of this daggum Linksys that we have as a firewall and put
Cisco
something
ASA.
better in. Yeah.
Do we?
And then you go through that private.
Do we have John Hoyt's talk from SECon up yet? Because he talked specifically about this.
Oh, did he?
I'll look right now.
And if y'all don't know, John Hoyt he's CISO at Clemson, right?
He is the CISO at Clemson, and he was former SOC manager, so he's got a lot of real hands-on.
His talk is specifically over. I mean, it's not about IT analysts, but it's over. He goes into a couple of different things that happened. It's a great talk, and it hits this point perfect.
Mm-hmm. One thing I do want to point out for Poner Joe though, if you do not have a degree yet and you work there, you better go get one for very, very cheap. Or then a lot of people I know who have worked at some form of education have then and got their master's or even further up because the school pays for mostly all of it.
Fun fact: John Hoyt and his one of his coworkers, guy who reports to him, are actually launching a podcast on Simply Cyber in Q1. So Simply Cyber Media Group is going to be adding John Hoyt podcast to the schedule. You guys can look forward to that.
Don't they currently have a audio podcast? I thought they did right now.
They do. That's what's coming over. The Cybersecurity Career Mentors podcast. We're going to bring it over to Simply Cyber.
Wow.
Geez, you're going to become a multimedia conglomerate there.
Yeah, it's the Simply Cyber Media Group. That's what we're
Next
doing
thing
here.
you know, you're going to be like Machinima, and everyone's going to hate you. Let's go.
He's gonna be Jerry's trying to be the next Rupert Murdoch.
I don't think Jerry knows what machinima is.
He probably doesn't. I realized that after I said that's a very old YouTube. Do they? I don't even know if they're still around anymore.
I think they are. I don't know if they're actually doing anything anymore though.
Were they like part of the Gawker acquisition or whatever?
They took over like
a lot of Minecraft stuff.
They took over. There's like all the video game like YouTubers, and they would be like, "Hey, come under us, and we'll like protect you and help you out and advertise for you." Then they would steal your YouTube channel.
All right. Well, I mean, Wade and Josh Mason are actually part of the Simply Cyber Media Group, so Wade is experiencing it directly, and I assure you, I do not have grand visions of being a absolute sinister, deplorable D-bag.
Has he bought your identity yet? Does he own you, Wade? Does he own you, Wade?
No, yeah, Wade, I need you to put this outfit on. Yeah, let's go.
No.
We'll be the Vivo of tech soon. Okay. All right. I just want, the ideal vision here is that from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, you can enjoy cybersecurity content. That's a variety of different types, and that's the deal long term. All right, let's get going.
If we can jump the line, FedEx put a great comment in the chat. Just because I can mess with Joseph.
Joseph, what are you growing there?
Hair.
Nice, dude. What a bold move. Boss moves. I love it. Hey, guys, I'm telling you, you don't have to have facial hair if you're a male working in cyber, but it ends up happening. And I think it's just because of time. Hey, let's talk about hold on. I don't know which one you're talking about, BSEC. Let's talk about really quick MDM. So I don't want to get like into the sinisterness of that story at the beginning of the daily cyber threat brief, but let's talk about protecting kids, or if you're a parent, having MDM on your kids' phones. Personally, I have two. The Apple, so my family's on the Apple ecosystem. The Apple parent capability and being able to do that type of stuff and control is actually pretty solid. And then I've installed one called Net Nanny that gives a little bit more visibility and control. Those are what I use. Anybody on the panel want to jump in? I'm not sure who's.
We used to use Android for a long time, and it was just a nightmare. And we migrated over to the Apple ecosystem when our kids were young, and it's been awesome. It really, really has.
Yeah, I mean, you've got built-in tools that allow you to do stuff. Plus, you can add Net Nanny. There was another one like something dog. Can't remember what it was.
For some reason, Watchdog is the only thing coming to mind, but I know that's not right.
Maybe it's Watchdog. Maybe it is Watchdog.
Watchdog is a firewall. Do they make
a video game too?
It is a video game. I was about to say, when we talk about Ubisoft over here.
Let me see. I'm gonna look it up, but it's something.
No, I have to start looking into it. My oldest is old enough, and she's been using a tablet, and they are like
talking about Bark.
Bark. There you go.
Yeah, that's a Bark. Yeah.
That's close. That's close.
And so my two youngest,
a dog on it.
My two youngest have like the Amazon tablet, so I'm easily able to like what they do. But the oldest is too old for that, and she had an appointment this morning, and so we use her computer, her school computer in her room for that. And I go up, and she downloaded Steam and had this game, or it's not even a game
on the school computer.
Yeah, on the school computer.
How does that happen?
Oh, very easily.
Wow.
The cyber school computers, they don't have them that locked down. You can do pretty much just about anything on it.
Oh, and cyber school. Yeah. Not like just okay.
No, but I'm sure the public schools aren't any better.
No, they're really not.
Yeah, and so she downloaded Steam and made an account, and which I first off told her, don't do that on your own account. Like, we'll set one up, but that's a whole other story. So she downloaded something that it was like EVs and whatnot walking across her screen, and when I opened up her computer, the entire screen was filled with that, and I'm like, you can't have this from Pokemon.
Like, yeah, the Pokemon.
But I said, you can't have that. Like, you can't focus on school while you have these things running around your screen. Said,
So is that like the
crap
new
off.
school of the emoji thing where you used to have like the half naked girl dancing above your clock type of thing, but this thing is just a Pokemon going around?
Live desktops type of deal.
Yeah, I was
There's
going
a
to say,
whole
it's called
game for it.
wallpaper. It's called
Yeah.
Wallpaper Engine.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like, no, we're not having that. This is and I told her, I'm like, this is your school computer. This is for school, because we already have enough issues with her anyways. So I'm like, don't be doing anything else on it. She gets Minecraft Education Edition, which they do at the school. But yeah, it's something I need to start looking into.
So I've heard that has Minecraft been used like for like engineering or teaching engineering and stuff like that?
Yeah.
They have
There's an education edition.
There's a really good history edition of it where you like tour battlefields and stuff like that.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, there's crazy stuff.
I'm actually. Wait,
That's
can you
actually
hear me
pretty
right now?
daggum cool.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you, unfortunately, sir.
So I'm actually, I think a huge market that I don't know if it's been tapped yet, but like with all this VR headsets and AR and all that stuff, like I think it would be so cool to be able to like go to Normandy, throw on some AR glasses, and like be inside of the storming of Normandy, or go to anywhere where there was like some historical significant event, and be able to like immerse yourself and watch it go. I think it'd be cool.
Jerry,
So, like, what are you talking about? Like the ARs, you're gonna have you're gonna walk in and it's gonna be like the History Channel's version of Normandy, and you're just walking through
I mean, I think
movie.
it'd probably be more likely VR than AR. Like, so I don't like with VR, I could do it in my living room, but like put me in the beaches of Normandy and like an hour before landing and see like the Germans setting up and see the Americans coming in and stuff.
I don't approve of this because I guess it depends on which version you're going to do. If you're going to do an actual rendition from a true vet that was there, that's going to scar children.
We're not gonna go full Saving Private Ryan, all right?
Yeah,
like,
no.
I think he's doing more of a glorified.
It's like
rendition.
here, it's gonna be the fast forward thing where you just see like blobs running and falling.
Yeah, and
like,
it
all right.
So, like I was just thinking, I'm like, man, I've heard stories, and I'm like, I really don't want my 13-year-old hearing these stories and living that.
Well,
I played
it doesn't
Medal
have
of
to
Honor.
be a
I know exactly what
horrific
happened.
battle. It could be the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
He lived it.
Talk about battles. Like the most realistic game is the Battle of Fallujah, from what I've been hearing right now. Like I've talked to a lot of vets, and they're like, "This game is effing accurate."
Well, I
Like,
would
they
assume
could
so. It's
smell-
not like, I mean, it happened during game time, right? I mean, games can be built out of something real quick, as opposed to something that was that's
for like
70
real
years
life,
old.
real life, like this is really what happened, and these are like true. Like they were like saying we could smell the burning flesh. Like it's
gosh,
not.
okay.
I'm just saying it took them back into when they were actually doing the war or the battle, and so if you want some real life stuff, maybe go play that game.
Well,
All right.
all right. Well, bring it
Let's bring it back to PG.
Let's get some questions here. So Nathan Allison wants to know, how much shade do you get at university if you don't have a degree?
Probably.
Honestly, I mean, I worked at higher ed for 5 or 6 years. No one was ever like, oh, hi, I'm Jerry. And they're like, hi, I'm Todd. Like, what's your pedigree? Like, what's your degree situation? No one really does that. It's more about like, what do you bring to the table? So I think no shade. Sometimes if you're, I will tell you, sometimes if you're running in like little think circles and it's a bunch of PhDs and you don't have a PhD, there is a little bit of prejudice. But as far as like working at a university and doing things with the university, there's really no shade being thrown.
I have caught in weird shade at cybersecurity stuff with higher ed, because it seems like they think they know a lot because they have a PhD.
That's a problem of higher ed.
And it's like, you have never worked an actual event in your life. Like, you have no but, which is interesting.
I got all the book studies. What are you talking about? I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, right.
Do you know how many cookbooks I've read? I could whip up something delicious.
I was about to say, I'm going to bring pineapple pizza to the table.
Yeah. I mean, outside of the hiring manager, who's going to know you that you don't have a degree unless you walk up to everybody and say, "Hello, my name is Joseph. I don't have a degree."
Oh, they make you wear a badge.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And it's probably got your alphabet soup behind your last name. Yeah.
History's repeating itself a little.
Does anyone use the comm app Element as opposed to Signal? I've never heard of Element. I use Signal. Signal's great for me. Has anyone got thoughts on Element?
We talked about it a little bit yesterday. Someone made a joke that it's secure because no one uses it.
Okay, there you go.
All
Terrence
Signal all
Tech,
day.
it's secure because no one uses it. Bearded Ruckus wants to know, why is this not clicking over? For someone with no experience and wants to become a SOC, what are some free projects someone can do that will stand out? Currently, I've done an Azure Honeypot and vulnerability management with Nessus. Wade, you want to answer this, and then we'll throw it to Eric?
Yeah, the first one, if you want to be in a SOC, I would say right now, I would be leaning towards KC7.
Yeah.
Because KC7 not just teaches you Custo, which is okay, great. But as a friend of mine said, it also teaches you how to think about a breach, and it teaches you the story of it, right? To where to look, how to look, what is usually done. And honestly, that mindset is what you need in any tool. So that would be the thing to go to.
Okay, KC7. Also, what's that guy's name? You had him on your show. He's so nice.
Jibby, dude, he's so cool.
Jibby, yeah, Jibby's cool.
Jibby.
Eric, you got any thoughts on someone who can get a free project and make them look good from a SOC perspective?
No, I just echo what Wade has just stated, right? I haven't gone through it, but I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Okay, that's cool. Now, we have actually a unique opportunity right now. So thanks for the question, Bearded Ruckus. This guy right here, Dan Reardon, is starting as a SOC analyst Monday. So, Dan, for someone who wants to become a SOC analyst, you're becoming one. What kind of free projects did you do that you thought helped you stand out?
Yeah, I definitely think that this question is kind of perfect for me because that's how I started. I started zero experience. I learned IT like through YouTube and Udemy. The fact that you have these two projects underway, my question is, did you create any writings about them to share that you've made these, like a blog or even on LinkedIn? They have, like, you can do writings on there. Share that you're doing this, how you did these steps and what you learned from it. That way it shows that you have done it, and people can kind of go to it and be like, and see your learning process and how you think. And two, like, it's good for you because it also helps you with soft skills, which is huge in the industry. And actually, there's a third. It gives knowledge to others. Like that, I think I that's one reason why I do the blogs I do, is I love to share the knowledge I have with others. Ricola. Sorry. So
I'm muted, but maybe this isn't muted when I mute like that.
But the way I did it was I did try hack me rooms. And I started the normal path for try hack me, and it wasn't as laid out when I started as it is now. Like, I love how it's laid out now, where there's like, start here, follow this path, and then it, like, once you get like the basics down, it branches out to what you want to do, and they have a dedicated SOC 1, SOC 2 path along with other blue team type related paths. And to kind of go off of Eric and Wade, I recently started KC7 about a month and a half, 2 months ago. I absolutely love the platform. The way the modules are put together is, it tells a story. Like, Try Hack Me kind of does it with the Advent of Cyber, but it seems to be like the only thing that has like the story to it. And with the story, it makes it feel more realistic. Like the one I'm working on is called the Scandal in Valdoria. And so you start off like it says, you ask this person this question. Okay, who is this person in this industry? So you go through, you create the core, you find this person. And so it's amazing. I really do. I can't say enough good things about KC7. I hope I answered the question. I know I went off on a couple little tangents.
Yep. No, you did. It was good. And hey, if you want to join the Discord, the Nightbot link there in chat is the one doing it. So you don't have to push !Discord. Pradyumna. Like, just use the link that Nightbot drops in chat. Thank you for that information, guys. That was really, really helpful. Liz says, I'm currently going through THM AOC. This is for you, BSEC. I'm having issues as my attack box is extremely slow. I've been unable to complete some of the challenges. Do you suggest I go premium?
Oh, if it's totally free, I think the free versions are toned down on Try Hack Me, I believe.
Yeah, and I think you only get an hour too.
But I would also say if that I don't know what they're running, but I would also like run your own Kali box and connect. Well, you can't connect that way, can you?
Yeah,
be premium to be VPN. So yeah,
no, you shouldn't.
No, VPN's free.
Yep.
Oh, is it? So yeah, then I would use VPN and run your own box, and then you don't have to worry about the attack box.
Yeah, but if you do go premium, you do get attack boxes with more resources, so they run a little smoother. So mileage may vary. Choose your own path. You either go premium and pay some money, or you build your own Kali box and VPN it in.
I've always done VPN with my own box because I've had issues with the attack boxes. Not issues in the sense of they don't work. It's just that they're slow, or if you're trying to copy and paste something back and forth, you've got to use their integrated stuff.
No, you
just
don't.
Makes it quicker, easier to do it on your own.
You don't have to use a copy paste mechanic. You just Control Shift V.
Sometimes it doesn't copy.
All right, Kyle says, have you ever seen hundreds of Kerberos pre-auth failures? Would you recommend resetting the golden ticket?
Yes.
What do you think? So Eric Taylor's saying yes heavily. Eric, what do you think?
Like now, yesterday, can you go back in time, do it now? Like get off stream and go do that right now and come back.
Right.
Well, like this is not an effort around to find out. Go do that right now, please.
All right, Wade, you ever created a detection for hundreds of pre-auth failures?
Yeah, hopefully the account isn't roastable.
Yeah.
So a tactic I've used in the past is you make a domain admin roastable, ASR roastable. If you look that up, pretty much you just hit a switch inside the account, and then you make the login hours completely off, so nobody can log into it, and then there'll be Kerberos auths to it. People will try to log in when it's
a honey account.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty easy stuff. But you should definitely have a ticket for that. You should definitely fix it because that is an easy pivot to your network being pwned.
Yeah, like completely pwned.
All right, Kyle. Hopefully you're not. Hopefully that was an academic question.
I don't know. He just put hashtag not a drill in chat. So
yeah. Pause the stream and go do that now. Please.
Rotate that share. Have some fun.
Shut
if you want
to
share your screen, maybe we'll all do it with you.
Yeah. Have you ever wanted chaos before? Have 5 qualified people and Dr. Gerald Ozier try and help you with it.
Burn!
I'll just go behind the glass, though. Thank you. I'll be producing.
I joke.
I kid.
All right, guys. So it's been good. Wade, are you doing Try Hack Me's Advent of Cyber?
I was looking at it and I haven't had the time. I taught yesterday, so that was a lot, and hopefully I can get on it this weekend. I saw that one of the first ones was logging, or something to do with logging, and so I was like, oh well, that's probably right up my alley. So I'll go look at it this weekend.
It's been logging for the first couple of days.
Yeah, okay. I should breathe through.
Yeah,
in
all reality, if you just run through it, you could probably run through all the first 5 in an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting ready to ask that. Like, can you go back and do the previous ones?
Yeah. You can do you can wait until the 31st and then do all of them on the 31st if you wanted to. It's just
I've been doing the Advent of Code which is a little bit next level Python stuff, and just because that's something I'm trying to more level up my skills in. So
Next year they needed to do PowerShell.
yeah, I'm surprised there isn't.
I'm sure you could. Like, if it's the same thing I'm thinking, I did it a few years ago. I did it a couple days and realized I was terrible at Python and I needed to up my skills. But it doesn't, like, you can use any code as long as you can find the answer. So if you can go ahead and try and do it in PowerShell to see if you can get the answer. But
I'm not gonna tell you right now. Like I'm okay at Python. Like I've done a lot of automation, but every now and then I'm like, I have no clue how to do this, and I'll watch some dude do it in 3 seconds.
Yeah,
I'm just like, oh my god, like
coders are a different breed.
Yeah. We got a couple questions coming in here really quickly. So Benny Blanco thinks they may have Pegasus on their iPhone.
No, you don't.
No, you
I
don't.
doubt it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I highly doubt it too. But,
Let's ask this. Hold on. Benny Blanco, are you part of the government?
Yeah.
Or are you as your family member part of a 3-letter agency or something like that? Pegasus is a very targeted payload.
If that is the real Benny Blanco,
Yeah.
right?
If it's the real Benny Blanco.
It's the real Benny
probably.
Blanco, who is a famous like music guy. It is a possibility that someone's trying to steal information, or possibly he's dating. Who's he dating? Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
Yeah, he's dating.
yeah, I
Selena
mean, it
Gomez.
could be. It could be.
I mean, okay, let's say you do have Pegasus.
Maybe he has crypto.
I was going to say, if you do have Pegasus, you would. The best way you can get rid of it is just by completely wiping the phone. I mean,
And using a different Apple or different ID. Like you're starting to scrub your life now.
Yeah.
So I would
welcome
say
to the suck.
a couple of things.
Yeah.
One, iVerify. It was in yesterday's news. iVerify is a company that has a software that you can use to confirm if you have Pegasus on your device.
Mm-hmm.
So go look at that. And then also, you said you have to dump your phone. If you're interested, Hexordia has a utility you can download for free that you can dump your iPhone and all the contents of it from a forensics perspective. If you're interested in looking at that, even if you're just looking to get experience doing digital forensics, you can download that Hexordia utility and dump your phone. So that's what I would do is before you start burning down everything, Benny, I might grab that iVerify and just confirm that you are in fact infected.
Yeah.
But then if you are, you just, basically burn everything
Rebuild
down.
your life.
Yeah. You're done.
Yeah, because everything is taken then. But yeah, I mean, unless you're part of the government or a 3-letter agency, or you're have a very close family member,
Very, very famous journalist, maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're not getting Pegasus. It literally costs them way too much money just to send it out like a general trick bot malware type.
Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
it's not a spray and pray.
It makes me think of the Chris Rock routine from like one of his earlier stand-up specials where he's talking about solving crime by charging $50,000 for a bullet. He's like, you can have all the guns you want, but like, you're like, holy crap, dude, that guy must have really done something wrong. He's got $150,000 worth of bullets in him. So, hey, it's Sean I says, just started a new job as an InfoSec analyst. Awesome, dude. Congratulations. I was tasked with creating an executive overview, but I have no idea where or how to start. Any suggestions or advice on what topics to include? I mean,
What's important to the business?
Yeah, this is a business question.
Well, an executive overview on what, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. What do you want? An executive overview just means a high level, just the important parts. They want it to be less than a page, but there needs to be a topic, like executive overview on what? The information security program, what its current state is, where you're going, the current threat landscape for the business. Like, hey, you need more info.
What I would say, if you don't know, what I would say is get your own overview, get a whole thing, figure it all out, write something up, and then condense that down and give an overview, a 10,000 foot level. Like, hey, the company, we don't have any InfoSec. You hired me as an InfoSec analyst, but we have no policies in place. We have nothing we don't have disaster recovery. We don't have business continuity. We don't have any of this in place. We need to do this. We need to do that. That's what they're looking for, I would assume.
Yeah. Your company probably has executive overviews that are previously written. Go ahead and try and see if you can get your hands on those, and maybe try and copy them a little bit in way of wording or tone. But when it comes to executive overviews, your execs, this is probably the 30th document they've read today. Simple, professional language, to the point. Don't try and get into any technical details. They don't care.
You want pictures and
Oh
colors.
yeah, they definitely don't care about tech details.
Yeah.
Graphs.
Explain in terms of value to their pocket,
Related
so they
to
can
risk.
buy another vacay home in Tahiti.
Gotta get that yacht. So Wade, are you doing I feel like you're doing your CTI class in December.
I did it yesterday.
I was going to say.
Well, congratulations. All right.
Yeah.
It is December.
Yeah. It was yesterday.
It is December.
I was trying to work with Zach to get the free ticket again for Simply Cyber, and then I don't know what happened. It fizzled out, or communications got crossed. It was fun. Honestly, that'll probably be the last time I teach it in that way. Unless I teach it at other events for a 1 day. I'm going to probably move it to a 2-day training.
All right. Well, we are tentatively having you give that course 1 day at Simply CyberCon 2025.
Yep. It'll be easy. The 1 day course is pretty easy.
Yeah, it's good. It's good stuff.
And I will come squat in that course without a ticket.
I will just send you all the information right now. Like, you're gonna, it's a million links. Like, you're gonna be like, oh my god. Like,
FedEx is asking me to ask you about a meme from yesterday's class. Was there a meme?
That's what I was waiting for. I thought Dan was gonna reveal it on.
Dan, is
stream,
that what
to
you
tell the
texted me?
FedEx texted you.
Oh, it's FedEx. Okay, I wasn't sure. I got a text, and it's definitely from someone in the community. Yeah, let me go ahead and. Well, I guess I'll just share it.
There's some
camera.
backstory to this. Like, my wife and I watched all of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And my wife, to bug me, tells me I look like Boyle.
There. Dude, that show, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, is one of the most underrated.
It's very good.
Amazing shows. Like, the characters in the show are so well fleshed out. They're awesome. Boyle is unbelievably great, and then
a lot of good memes.
Unbelievably great too.
A lot of good memes.
That's my bedtime show. I put that on and listen to it as I go to sleep. I love it. I love that show.
probably watched through it 3 times.
Dude, even the what's the guy? Judy, Doug Judy.
Doug Judy, the Pontiac
like
Bandit.
Yeah, the Cadillac Bandit. He's like a sub character that's like comes up occasionally. It's just hilarious. If you don't know Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you definitely check it out. It's available on what streaming services have it?
It's on Netflix and I believe Peacock.
Okay, cool. All right.
Oh, it's on Netflix? I thought it was on Prime. I thought I remembered watching it on Prime.
It could be everywhere, honestly.
It is everywhere. If you know.
I was going to say, I think it's on Hulu as well.
Triple D, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I didn't get Hulu the deal in time. Thanks to somebody, I'm not going to name them, that told me to watch a documentary that's only on Hulu.
Every Thanksgiving, Hulu does a $1 a month Black Friday. Every year, I make a new account and buy the $1 a month.
I missed it this year by 1 day. I planned on doing that, and I got busy and missed it by 1 day.
If you didn't know, you can add a plus to an email address before the @ symbol, and then add stuff to it. So you can just go plus Hulu 1, plus Hulu 2. And,
That's great.
And then you hit the unsubscribe email.
That sounds like. Did y'all hear about the how not to get stuck in a middle seat? I forget which airplane or which airline it was, but some guy came out explaining how you can go in and set up yourself as having all of the block out all of the middle airline seats, and then go in and do an automated seat, so you don't get an airline or you don't get a middle seat. You'd now get either a window seat or an aisle seat, because all of those other ones are saved for 5 minutes when you do it. They give that time frame of, hey, this seat's already blocked out.
That's a lot of
that came out yesterday, and it pissed off the airlines. The airlines were going crazy about. I mean, it's all in the news. I think it was like how to hack your airline seat, and it was somebody just went in. Now, granted, he had to go through, and I think it was like 65 different middle seats that he had to put names and stuff in. but then it locked those seats for 15 minutes while he went and actually got his.
You can
That's
script
pretty
that.
great.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to script that.
That's pretty smart. That's one thing I love about threat actors or whatever, just innovative people. Like when you think of interesting ways to circumvent controls, like I always love seeing that type of stuff. It's because I'm such a conformist that I don't think of those things. So I'm always like, oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like it. Wade Wells, B-side San Diego. What's the update on that? You want to share any updates?
We closed our CFP on the 1st. We had 90 submissions, which is great.
Very nice.
20 more than last year. The conference itself is on March 29th. If anybody wants to come out, should be really, really good times. We're going to have Octopus Games, which is a scavenger hunt-esque thing. We're going to have Meta CTF as our CTF sponsor. What's another? It should be pretty good. I think we haven't announced the keynote yet, but I don't want to say it just because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to.
Yeah. That's really for the conference to disclose, but
it should be good times.
Eric, you ready to come back? All right. No, that's cool. So yeah, B-side San Diego, if you're out there, come on down. It's all about, look at this. It's snowing at B-Sec's house.
He wouldn't want that. That would shut down his state for a week.
Yeah.
Highly suggest if you're thinking about going to buy your ticket early on. Ticket sales will probably open in January. Last year we did completely sell out, and then there's people waiting at the door asking if they could buy tickets in person. So that was a little rough.
That's a good problem to have. I mean, it's a problem, but it's a good problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of Meta CTF, and Eric, I messaged you in private chat. Speaking of Meta CTF, again, I'm terrible about doing this, but Simply Cyber is we've partnered with Meta CTF, and we're actually holding a 4-hour CTF event. It'll be open to the public, but we're going to have a private Simply Cyber splinter of it. And that'll be on December 21st for 4 hours. And I'll send out more information on that. It'll be in the Discord server as far as like comms and stuff go. FedEx just like buffer overflowed me by saying DEFCON.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Space Tacos. Don't you have a method to scrape the internet for cyber stories? Can you share your secret, please? DJ BSEC.
Yeah, I'm not scraping it. I'm just using RSS feeds. I've got a specific platform I pay for. I think it's like $10 a year or something like that, and you can just chunk all the RSS feeds in there. And honestly, what you need is to find out which sites are giving you the best feeds.
Yep. That's a great question. Also, if you want, for those who are out there, there's another thing I forget to tell people about all the time. I literally have set up an entire Telegram channel that's fully automated that just pushes my RSS cyber feeds into this channel, and you can get your cyber news that way as well. Let's bring Eric Taylor back on. So if you go to that link, it'll fire you up into the Telegrams.
I have a Python script that scrapes RSS feeds and then just tells me the titles and which website they're from. That's one I used to use every morning. It was in my startup folder, so it'd start up and show me top 3 news stories.
Is that have you posted that on GitHub?
Yeah, it's on my GitHub. Yeah, if you look up RSS feed reader, I wrote it in PowerShell at first, and it was horrible. And then I wrote it in Python and realized it was only like half the lines. I was like,
it was like 2 lines.
Yeah.
I have a script on my GitHub. It's a Python that does that as well. I actually made a video
hello
about
world?
it. What's up?
Does it say hello world?
No. What are you talking? Like Joseph,
right host, hello world.
Joseph, yeah, I accepted the shade on the technical skills. But now we're gonna.
He was an actual developer. He was an actual developer. He can dunk on me for that one. I suck at coding. Yeah. If we're gonna look at people in this room that suck at coding, you can point right at me.
Okay, there we go.
Is he just doing PowerShell? I'm good. Anything else? I'll just see myself out.
Yeah, I never really got it PowerShell. I mean, I can look at it and kind of fumble through what it's doing, but to me, it never really grasped it.
My favorite is like Is
like
someone
my
telling you about like how many domain admin accounts or how many accounts or something are on the network? And then I'm like, all right, let me check real quick. PowerShell. It's like, you're wrong. There's this many. Not
Yep.
Like significantly more than what they said.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone
Like,
only
this
got
is the source
five.
of truth, right?
Yeah, there's only 5 domain admins. No, there's 500 domain
Yeah,
admins.
that was pretty much the situation. And they're like, and I'm like, how do you know that? I'm like, I just asked PowerShell. Just quick query. Here you go. Here's everyone who says they own them.
Yeah, because I asked AD instead of reading your spreadsheet.
Yeah.
It's always a fun time when you come into a new environment and you're like, all right, how many devices do you have? And they're like, 90. And then you're like, okay. And then you start running scans. You're like, what about this other like 300? And they're like, the what? And you're like, the other 300.
Yeah, I mean, we got literally a case going on right now where, it's like, oh, we didn't know about this server over here, and yeah. Anyway, sorry.
No,
asset management is a real problem.
It's a nightmare sometimes.
Yeah.
That is a whole section in my course is about asset inventory.
It's step one to almost everything.
We had a little fun thing maybe a month ago of like you could make one wish with a genie to help you with InfoSec. What would it be? And I think we all agreed that like having a solution for actual asset inventory would be like literally what you'd ask a genie for.
That would be amazing.
Yes. Automatic.
Yeah.
Accurate. Always up to date.
Yeah. Updated is there.
What are you in a pipe dream?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's see. I'm looking at chat right now.
That's in all honesty, that's what a lot of people use an RMM for.
All right. Plans for the weekend. Wade, is it cold in San Diego?
It's getting cold at night, but it's not going to be cold to your guys' standards. It's like
I was going to say, what is
40,
low 70s?
It's 40s.
Oh, that's cold.
It was
That's
like
freezing.
What? It says high of 73, low 48 right now.
What state are you in?
Cali.
Good old San Diego, the whales, What am I doing this weekend? I think I have children's birthday parties to go to, and then I'm going to go look at Christmas lights with my son.
Oh, there you go. I like that.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, trying to unplug. These last 2 months have been less cyber than usual.
Dan, what are you doing the weekend before your big commitment?
I think we're gonna do a bunch of Christmas things. I think we got tickets to this. I think it's a Christmas train ride that we're going to. I think it's either tonight or tomorrow. If we don't, there's a place up here called Candy Cane Lane that all these houses like decorate like with all these lights, and there's usually a theme or something. And so they have music playing, and somebody's dressed up as Santa handing out candy canes. It's usually cool. Pretty nice. It sometimes takes a while because you do it through your car, so you are waiting on the streets. And I feel bad for the people that live in that area because the traffic
They can't get home.
Yeah, it's absolutely terrible. But you said it was cold because it was 43 degrees. It's currently 27 degrees outside my door.
I want you to remember one thing: houses in San Diego have very little insulation. I do not have double.
That has no
I do
insulation.
not have. I don't even have double pane windows or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, we were passing around a collection bin for Kimberly Can Fix It down in Miami. She had to put a long sleeve shirt on Tuesday, and hearts and prayers going out to her and her family during this time.
It was like what, 60?
Yeah, it was like 58. We were
I'm literally in shorts right now.
Chris Whitlock's throwing in mod jet. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll see your 20 and tell you that it feels like 10 where I'm at right now."
Yeah. Meanwhile, Chris is like standing outside with shorts and a t-shirt, ice fishing.
Yeah. Like cousin Eddie.
Yeah, she's a beaut, Clark. What about you, Joseph? What are you doing this weekend?
I'm writing a paper.
All right. Look at this, academic. Love it. Eric, what do you got going on this weekend, bub?
Probably working on close to breaching 100 hours of work this week.
All right. So working. I like it. All right. And
all about the money, boys.
BSEC, what do you got? What do you got cracking, dude?
Well, I'll do Advent of Cyber, and then I had announced that I I may try and break out the board tonight and do a DJ stream. We'll see. I told everybody last night that what we may try and do is once we do everything over on YouTube, then go live on Twitch and everybody can see the crap show that it is to put all this stuff up and get on and then do the show. We may have like a live setup and then a live performance.
Are you doing a Christmas theme set?
No.
Could you though?
There you go.
I mean, we could, but that would not be fun.
Yeah, you're just gonna play Mariah Carey over and over.
Yeah, we'll just set Mariah Carey and Boys to Men on repeat and be done.
So you're gonna take me back to my my retail days, hearing Mariah Carey like every other second.
Just walk into any store since for the past month already.
Yeah, I try to avoid it.
I do appreciate though if you did show people how it is. Like for the people who don't make content or stream or do pods and stuff like that, it's there's actually a lot going on, and I got
a question.
It's complicated. Yeah, Eric.
Just so I can interrupt Jerry because that's what I love doing. Has anybody done one of those like off-branded or whatever Polar Express train rides before? You know what I'm talking about? Like, so they got one up in North Carolina, and
you might want to check that though because they got hit by Hurricane Helene, and that
well, I'm not going this year. I don't have the time for it, but it's been something on my radar for the past couple of years. And I'm asking you guys and chat that, you know, has anybody ever done one, and was it fun, and was it worth the trip to go do it?
I know people who have done one similar, where it's just a train ride for the kids, and then Santa comes down, and they have, they stop, and it's pretty much like a petting zoo somewhere, and then they serve hot chocolate and stuff. And I was told it was an awesome time, but I did not go.
Yeah, I've heard. I know there's one here in Texas, which it's actually called the Polar Express, and it's an old steam engine that they run, and they do the whole thing where they're running through and almost like the video itself. I haven't gone, but I've heard that it's fantastic.
Haircut Fish's current employer, not to OSINT where he's at in the world, but they have a old steam engine right down the road from one of their main offices that I'm thinking about going to that state. I almost said the state out loud. And go freaking see if they're going to do that. So
I looked up pictures of the town when I first started. The town looks really nice. Like I even thought, I'm like, I'd like to go there. That looks really cool. But I can't give any more than that away. We do it's like a Polar Express. Like we actually have one here. The train basically just goes in one direction for a while. It plays the Polar Express music. People in costumes walk up and down the train to greet and take pictures. They hand out like some little toys and stuff to the kids. And then it'll end up going back the other way. And the kids seem to enjoy it. It all depends on who's doing it and what activities really they offer.
Jerry's looking for a Polar Express theme in his background right now.
No. Oh, is that? Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there we go. That's
well,
perfect.
You were saying there was no good Christmas music to do a DJ set to. Have you ever heard of August Burns Red?
I mean, I could do one, but people don't sit around for Christmas music.
That's why you don't do Christmas music.
Especially on stream. Like it's completely different when you're going to do something live versus a stream.
We're not dreaming of a white Christmas.
Everybody, hey, does everybody have their hot chocolate and their marshmallows ready to go?
Let's get all cozy up.
Does anyone remember a while back? This is a while ago. Overwatch put out the Overwatch team put out like one of those Yule fires, where the director of Overwatch literally like sat in front of a fire and looked at the camera for like 20 minutes, but it was a loop, so it was like 6 hours. I'm just saying we need one of those for Jerry.
The game Overwatch, because when you said Overwatch, I instantly thought of CrowdStrikes.
I thought of CrowdStrikes.
No, okay, no. The game Overwatch, their YouTube channel, they had pretty good social media, and their director was like famous, was meme famous. So they just had like developers and stuff sit in front of a fire. It was like a Yule log thing.
Oh, that's cool.
I had my brain like split in two. I had like the Gen Z brain and then the professional brain. I was like, Overwatch the game, Overwatch Falcon. Like I'm like trying to figure out which one was which.
Do they talk or anything, or they're just sitting
No,
there?
he's just sitting there.
Just sitting there,
and
yeah.
it looks like it's a 6-hour stream. He's probably actually sitting there for like
8
30
hours and
minutes.
20 minutes long.
There you go.
I put it in a private chat.
All right, I'll look into
You
it.
should take a look because I was starting to watch the beginning of the advent of cyber with Tyler the other day. It might have been yesterday. No,
Somebody pulled something up.
really. But he did some sort of playlist that was like hip hop bass or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was during his when he was just doing his stuff. He did a hip hop. It's basically all the main Christmas songs, but then
Little hip hop
somebody's
player.
taken and done a little hip hop remix to it.
This
It's actually really
is
good.
Christmas music.
There's a whole genre of that like Christmas trap, and then you have like Christmas dubstep. And you got a lot of different remixes.
Well, this
Is
was
there
Christmas
any
music.
punk?
What
I just
Tyler
learned-
There probably is.
What Tyler actually had up though was, I mean, it was decent. It wasn't like crazy trap music. It was the actual song with just like more of a hip hop feel type of thing. Something that you could actually play.
You could drop Harry Connick Jr.'s album.
Yeah.
Rhonda's supporting
We
it.
can do Harry Connick Jr. and then come in with what's the guy's name? I just totally forgot it.
I don't know, but anytime I hear that name, it just reminds me of Angela from The Office when she goes, "I like Harry Connick Jr. He's so talented."
Michael Bublé. That's who I was thinking.
Oh,
of.
Michael
Oh.
Bublé.
Yeah, Michael Bublé. Okay. We got a question here. Trey Black says, would you rather go GRC to technical role for 2 years and then GRC management, or just GRC to GRC management? I mean, personally, I think if you got some technical, if you didn't have like formal technical academic training, or you hadn't been technical in the past, personally, I think you're a way more effective GRC professional if you do understand the technical side, and if you have, hands-on keyboard experience, you've been in the fires. One of the things with GRC that you got to understand is like, we are basically dictating how things should be and what they should be. And if you don't have the experience and the scars of the technical side, you're going to be pushing out guidance that is just misaligned with like reality of how work gets done here. So I think it would be beneficial to do that.
I think it's be highly beneficial as someone who's had to deal with that GRC and no knowledge of technical stuff, and asking me to do things that don't make sense or even.
I'll give you like an absolute number one example of what this is. So CIS has these hardening guidelines, okay? And basically you can download from CIS how to harden a Windows 11 box, right? If you apply all of the hardening, the box will be unusable.
Yeah.
You will not be able to use it. And a GRC person who doesn't understand that is like, oh, we need to harden the systems, go apply this. And the technical person's like, we can't do it. And then the GRC person's like, oh, you don't do what I say. And it's like, dude, you don't understand what's going on here. And you lose a lot of political capital when you basically dox yourself for not understanding what you're asking them to do.
This goes back to the thing I've said for years, where security and business operations must meet in the middle somewhere to make both objectives work. There is a thing called acceptable risk.
Yeah, I mean, there's always residual risk. You can't get rid of all risk.
No, there's no such thing as zero risk. There's no such thing.
Oh, there is. You just move out. You just move out.
Are you high while you hear it, or
no? You just move out to the up to Alaska and live like a bushman.
You still have risk then. You're still a citizen.
Well, from a bear.
But
I go back to my previous statement.
I'll
I'll eat anything that doesn't eat me first.
Got the Overwatch fire thing going.
Yeah, that was it.
I'll look into it. We'll have to green screen it up, Wade Wells. All right. Yeah, we got just a minute left here. Going into the weekend, we got a great week next week. Just so everybody knows, Monday and Tuesday I'll be local here in the studio. Wednesday, Thursday I'll be remote coming from Atlanta. Friday back in the studio. We got all sorts of stuff going on. Actually, Eric Taylor will be hosting the Simply Cyber Daily Cyber Threat podcast a week from Monday, so the 16th. Because I will be in DC with Mrs. Ozier for the SANS Difference Maker Award, where we'll find out whether or not the Daily Cyber Threat Brief wins Podcast of the Year, which is pretty cool.
So how is your job going, teaching the Atlanta Braves cybersecurity going these days?
Oh, it's good. It's good. I mean, they're
You thought I was about to out you or something, didn't you?
it's the off season there. So
I know that's where you get all your training in.
Yeah. Let's go around the horn for goodbyes. We'll start BSEC and then go around snake style. BSEC, what do you got for?
Oh, I'm first. Oh, hey. Yeah, everybody have a good day. Man, it's already 9 o'clock. Yeah. Tonight, 7 o'clock Central Time, I'll be on. I know somebody else is going to be on today too, and then if everything goes well, then we'll do we'll try and do another stream afterwards.
There you go. Go ahead, Joseph.
Yeah, I'm going to be on at 5 Eastern for the Advent of Cyber today, and then Discord AMA at 1 p.m.
Yep, Discord AMA at 1 p.m. So go to simplycyber.io/Discord if you need that link. I did !AOC in chat right now. That's DJ BSEC. His AOC streams and Joseph's AOC streams. Wade Wells, signing off.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
No.
Yes.
We're gonna go fight.
Yes,
We're gonna go fight.
It happens on Christmas, man.
it's a Christmas movie.
I love it.
It's
Go
a
ahead,
movie
Eric.
about Christmas travel and the shenanigans from it, but it's not a Christmas movie.
Y'all know it snows.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
So, I
things
mean-
that happen during Christmas.
Is Home Alone not a Christmas movie then? Because it's just about burglars.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's a Christmas movie either.
Oh, that's absolutely a Christmas
No, it's
movie.
not. It's an event that happened during Christmas. It's not a Christmas movie.
I don't know. It's all about Christmas.
Eric-
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Eric signing off. What do you got?
I'll just go back to, if y'all are old like me and you grew up with Animaniacs. Okay, lady, love you. Bye-bye.
All right, Dan Reardon. Again, congratulations on the new role, buddy. Signing off.
Thank you. Yes, and Animaniacs was amazing. Die Hard is 100% a Christmas movie, and the sequel as well. The sequel is a Christmas movie as well.
For the love of God, please stop this stream
Yes,
and make the pain stop.
But thank you, everybody, for having me here. I look forward to starting the new job next week, and shall see you later.
Awesome. Thank you very much. To the whole panel, I genuinely appreciate it. You guys make the Fridays special and an experience all to its own. Eric Taylor, you sit on the throne of lies between the Space Tacos. So this has been Jaw Jacking, basically a segment designed for answering your questions and sharing community, especially on Fridays. Join us at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so just in a few hours, on the Simply Cyber Discord server in order to do another AMA. Very similar format, a lot of questions, a lot of answers. You can come on stage and ask the questions yourself, or you can just drop them in chat. We're here to help. It's a community. We're all about support and inclusion. We want you to be successful in your career. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. On behalf of the whole panel, thank you for your time today. And we will see you guys at 1 p.m. Eastern or 8 a.m. on next Monday morning for the Daily Cyber Threat Brief. See ya!
Have a good one.